94.9 The Bull. It's the O Show. I'm Otis. Dasha.
Hey.
The legend already, I should say. I feel like I've known you for a while, and that's what social media does for us. Because I've been watching you do the dance on TikTok.
Yeah, like, I know everything about you.
Right?
Nice to meet you.
Right. How incredible has this rise been? It feels like overnight, but you've got a couple albums out, an EP, the newest one, What Happens Now, out. But Austin has taken you from just putting up videos on TikTok to like celebrity status.
It's been wild. It's been, I think the craziest thing has been like mentally adjusting to like, oh, this is my life now. And it felt like it happened overnight, but in reality, like I released my first song when I was 13 years old.
Yeah.
So like I've been working at this as an independent artist for a really long time. Like Austin blew up when I was an independent artist. I wasn't signed yet. That was just some gusto and some TikTok luck.
I love that. Over 3 billion streams on this song. Now, I woke up the other day and I was like, oh, I got 60,000. That's pretty awesome. What does 3 billion feel like?
I mean, the amount of people that have like heard my song on everywhere is just blowing my mind. Like I can't even wrap my head around what that number is.
Right?
Yeah. It just doesn't even feel real. It feels like I'm kind of getting pranked by someone and they're just throwing numbers out and being like, believe it.
So even though, I've seen you on social media and we joked about like, I know you because I watch you on Instagram all the time.
Yeah.
Your Wikipedia is kind of small, so I want to give you the opportunity right now. Tell us a little bit about Dasha as a younger girl. Like, where did you go to high school? Like, what did you do maybe outside of music before you discovered that music was the path?
Yeah, I'll give you the whole lowdown, okay? I was born February 27th, 2000.
Start there.
I'm a Pisces.
Dasha's your middle name, correct?
My name is Anna Dasha Navani.
Okay.
My parents gave us like a weird name and like a normal name, so I got Anna Dasha.
Oh, Dasha's sick. I love that.
Thanks. I grew up in San Luis Obispo, California, which is a small town on the coast between LA and San Francisco. And it was a cool mix of culture because there's a lot of like songwriting in that realm. There's a lot of like writers rounds and like local live music. And so growing up around that was super inspiring, and also had a lot of opportunities to play like wineries on the weekend and coffee shops that need live music. So I started playing gigs when I was 10 years old. That was like,
wow.
I started me and my guitar, started ripping it,
So you knew early on music was the career path.
Yeah.
I saw that you danced and stuff too.
Yeah.
So was there any realms where you thought, well, maybe I was going to be a doctor when I was 6? Or,
No,
no,
I've never faltered on that. At first it was musical theater and Broadway and acting. And I was like, I just want to be on stage. I want to be performing. And then when I started writing songs more consistently around like age 8, 9, 10, that's when I was like, oh, I can be an artist. I can be on stage and write songs.
I love that.
This is my career. And just looking up at amazing careers like Dolly Parton and Taylor Swift and Casey Musgraves, and seeing how fearless those women were and how strong in their songwriting they were, really inspired me. And that's why I like caught the bug so early of like, I can do this. If they can do it, I can do it.
Have you run into any of them and had like a surreal moment?
I have not, actually. I haven't met either of those.
Dolly is one that on my bucket list. I don't even know if I'll be able to talk, but she's so inviting.
I've heard Dolly is like the nicest person ever. And I can't wait to meet her. Oh my God.
You touched on this just a little bit ago. When you think of California, I don't know that most people necessarily think of country music.
No.
I've been in the
Orange
South.
County and LA and all that stuff.
You get some awesome country artists. John Party, Brett Young, he's one of my favorites. Merle Haggard, actually just found out, was from California.
Yeah.
What is the biggest cultural difference in California country or coming to Nashville for country?
I feel like California country is more, it's broader. It's not in this small box of like Southern country. I don't think there's much religion on the music, which I think is like an interesting thing to bring up.
Well, you're in the Bible Belt. So
in California?
No, down here.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say like
right
not in
here.
California.
You were currently in the Bible Belt.
Now we're in the Bible Belt, but like growing up in California, that's like kind of released from the music, which is kind of a cool, not in all music, but also like when you go Northern California, that's like all open lands, farmlands. That's where my dad grew up. So it's super more outlawy, which is cool. I think it's more wild, more Montana. And I think that kind of relates to the music in a way because you're open by the ocean and there's just broader influences from, you know, you have LA and San Francisco and these big cities that
That's what you
culture.
think of as California.
Yeah.
But same, I grew up in Illinois, so nobody really thinks of Illinois as a country world, but it was all cornfields,
Cornfields,
and
yeah.
horses and cows. So
Like my hometown, I grew up riding horses, and so like 10 minutes away from my house was the barn I rode at, but then also 10 minutes away from my house was the beach where I'd surf at. And so having those two cultures so closely in my childhood, I think honestly really affected the way I see the world and the way I write my songs.
Can you surf and play guitar at the same time?
I could definitely try.
I want to see that TikTok.
I could definitely try. There's this guy who surfs with his goats out in Pismo Beach near my hometown.
I've seen animals on surfboards.
Yeah. It's like,
I think there's a whole event for dogs that do it.
I think so too.
That would
It's
be
really
incredible.
impressive. I can't surf as well as a dog. That dog, at least.
Do you remember the very first song that you ever wrote,
Yeah.
even if you didn't put it out?
Yeah. It was the first one I ever wrote was, I think, called Round and Round. And I was going through this thing with this guy in 3rd grade. And he would like me, and I would like him, and he would like me, and I would like him. And it was like, oh.
Same. I had we would give each other teddy bears and write love notes. It was young. Like I was probably third, second,
but it was
third
so
grade.
pure and innocent. And I still remember the chorus because it was only 2 words, but it was like, round and round and round and round we go. Ooh, round and round and round and round we go. And I like.
That's not bad. That's
It's
hooky.
kind of catchy, right?
Yeah.
So
Bring it back.
I might.
Bring back round and round.
What if
and
I
round.
did? Honestly, I wrote this song called Johnny's Song when I think it was 6th grade. I wrote it. It slaps. It like genuinely slaps, and I think I might take some. I know. I honestly might. I was talking about that with my dad the other day, and I was like, maybe I'll take like part of that chorus because it's actually really good.
So you've gone from just this small town girl writing songs like we talked about to now red carpets with the Billboard Awards, the ACM Awards. You're going to be playing CMA Fest. With the ACM Awards just recently, you looked beautiful, by the way. There, did you have any moments that you maybe ran into Tim McGraw backstage, or just tripped on Doja or
Dua Lipa?
Dua Lipa.
Skirt.
I almost said Doja Cat. Dua Lipa. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of surreal moments. Like I was literally just on the phone with Thomas Rhett on the way over here.
Oh, he's the best.
He's so great.
He's from Georgia.
Yeah, he's a Georgia guy, and it's just these past few months getting to meet these country artists that raised me, their songwriting raised me, and who I admire so much, and have them kind of look at me as like a peer now has been like the wildest. Like, oh, this is my life now. Okay, this is crazy,
right?
But in a weird way, I feel ready for it because I knew from such a young age that this was what I was gonna do, and I never had a plan B.
That's good.
But I didn't know how it was gonna happen or when or what. I just was kind of blindly going into it with, I really hope this is gonna work out.
And the calls that you're gonna get now, where it's like, hey, I think you'd be great to be on this song with me, or I really want you to open up for me on this massive tour that I've got. Those are gonna be next level.
They're coming in and they're like blowing my mind, and it also feels like, okay,
you're like,
I'm ready to step into it. You know?
Do you just want to be like, Kenny Chesney? Can you just hang on a second?
For a second?
Mute. And then I think
no, sometimes for sure.
Megan
I'm more of a
Maroney
crier than a screamer.
All right.
Yeah, but
Megan Maroney talked about that moment recently because she was just in with Kenny, and she recalled she went to UGA, and she said I had nosebleed, top level tickets to watch Kenny Chesney do this show here, and then he called me to ask me to open for it.
Insane.
Next level.
Insane. Megan's great. She and I were hanging at CMTs.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's really
awesome.
Cool.
Maybe a collab there.
I would love that.
Okay.
I want to hang out.
Yeah.
She lives in Nashville too.
You guys have similar energy. I could see.
Yeah, I can see it.
Awesome. Dasha, thank you so much. The song Austin is incredible. We're banging it on 94.9 The Bull and on our sister station Power 105.3. We want to play it there too. So you're crossing genres. Love it. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep crushing.
Thanks for all the support, Otis. I appreciate it.
Can we play a little game?
Let's do it.
All right. Fast five. So it's the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay, ready.
All right. Place that puts you immediately at peace.
Beach.
Love it.
Like
something you nerd out on that's not music.
Volleyball. Weirdly enough, I'm in a rec league volleyball in Nashville.
All right, you got height, so I could see that.
I'm 5'11", so got to put to use, you know.
The tattoo that means the most to you right now.
Right now is this one right here. I got it.
It's boots. She's talking about it's legs coming out of water with boots on.
Exactly, because I'm a California girl with a Southern heart with the boots, you know.
That's neat. Okay.
And I got it at the CMA after party. WME, who I'm now signed with as my agency. Last year when I got it, I finessed my way into that party. Was not invited, and now I will be invited this year. So I'm like, wow, look how much you changed in a year.
You're actually on the list.
I'm actually on the list this year.
I love that. All right. Non-drug addiction. Like for me, it would be Sour Patch Kids.
I would say matcha lemonades right now.
You brought one in.
I brought one in with me. They're so good.
The last reel you DM'd somebody, because we all do it. We send around the funny ones or whatever.
Oh my God, I have this group chat with my brother and my sister, and we send like really delicious food that we want to make when we go home for probably Christmas or whatever. But we like plan the menu out, and so I sent them these cloud eggs where you like whip the egg whites and then you put some chili oil and an egg yolk. I don't know.
All right.
I'm like not good at cooking, but my sister is, so I'm like, make this for me.
Cooking sounded like your thing, but no. You send it to other people. Like you should try this.
You should definitely try this and let me taste it. That's a really good idea.
I feel you on that. Dasha, thank you so much. God bless you.
Thanks for having me.